cheat on your man, homie. Ah, I tried to sneak through the door, man. Can't make it. Can't make it. The shit's stuck. Out of my way, son! Door stuck!
F!
Come on, Mr. Hig. Another F?
Crabs give me stiffies.
Just like potatoes.
Ooh, tough kid over here. Thinks this shit don't stink.
Actually, it does kinda.
I'm not gonna wait.
Okay.
Just gonna sort of go on without her. So we don't actually need to wait for Alex here. We can just sort of bonnet jump over the fence, do a back hop in. She lost a bit of health there. Probably best waiting for Alex to open the fence.
Oh. Oh.
I get it, that's absolutely hilarious. I just came in my fucking pants.
When we finally get to the checkpoint, I can't even begin to try and understand what's happening here.
Rapidly rotating vehicle.
Valve's crown jewel, Half-Life, is one of the most legendary IPs in gaming to this day. All those clips I just made you watch, those clips having been history in the making, wouldn't exist now without Half-Life. To celebrate Half-Life and to accomplish my own personal goal of bringing electronic music to the forefront of musical analysis, I'm going to answer a deceptively simple question. How do you write a Half-Life song? The music of the Half-Life universe isn't cinematic. It's party music. It was made by a man who didn't do traditional or formal music, and that speaks as a whole to Valve itself. Valve for its time was very cutting edge, and it only makes sense that the in-house composer for them was a skinny nerd just like the rest of them. Skinny nerds truly are the foundation of today's gaming. Train Station Part 2 drifts in when you escape through the apartment building's cellar in order to get closer to Dr. Kleiner's lab. This track captures the feeling of daze and wonderment at this new, unfamiliar place you're now in. A city that you were dropped into totally by surprise, by forces you don't even understand. This song captures the intense sense of loneliness and depression that one of the people living in this block would be feeling. But underneath that sense of depression and hopelessness is a sense of hope. Even if the hope is something you have to work yourself to the bone for, it's an anthem of an oppressed race's Pyrrhic victory of beating the odds against an alien force they don't even understand. They're barely equipped to fight. Coming in with a C pedal, we get an arrangement of semi-vocal, semi-wavetable synths almost imitating a conducted choral piece. The vocal synths are noticeably compressed, peaking the DAW a little bit as we explore various colors available over a singular C major triad. As the piece goes on, we get a bit of edge as this vocal synth chord has its flat 7th, B flat, thrown in the middle of the register. The chord doesn't feel like it wants to resolve somewhere, but the chord certainly isn't without tension. The chord is almost coming to a slow boil, about to burst out of its own container. More and more voices eventually start to fade in, giving a very rich and full C Mixolydian sound. The whole step collision between the B-flat 3 and C4 and the tenor and alto voices is a very good orchestration choice, giving an edge that isn't unbearably overpowering if voiced in the baritone range, nor would it be as piercing as if in the soprano range, a perfect balance of giving some edge but not too much edge. Sonically, the piece has some interesting qualities, being orchestrated with vocal and wavetable synths rather than real-life voices or instruments. It gives it a very cold and detached sound, a sound that's very independent of the usual cinematic choral music we all know and have mixed opinions about. It almost is like the evolution of electronic music within itself. Synthesizers provide a sonic liberation from traditional instruments, as raves provided liberation for racial minorities and LGBTQ from mainstream society. This song just wouldn't be what it is without this particular voicing on Kelly Bailey's part, and without the particular synth presets Bailey was screwing around with on his computer in 2002. The song tells such a story in its simplicity, and it makes you really pay attention to its small details. Also, it's relievingly untouched by the vocal music majors on Music Facebook who are in their middle 20s and regretting taking out a mortgage just to sing obscure Russian songs in a choir for 3 years. You know who you are.